A Hollywood fairy tale turned tragedy. Inside the toxic marriage of Lonnie Anderson and Burt Reynolds. In the glitz and glamour of 1980s Hollywood, Burt Reynolds and Lonnie Anderson were the embodiment of stardom and love. Their public image radiated charm and elegance. But behind the flashbulbs and red carpets lay a tumultuous relationship that would end in heartbreak, scandal, and bitter accusations. With Anderson's passing on August 3, 2025, just days shy of her 80th birthday, attention once again turns to one of the most infamous celebrity marriages in entertainment history. Couple with heart, a love story with cracks from the start. Reynolds and Anderson began dating in 1982, shortly after Reynolds' high-profile breakup with Sally Field, whom he later called the love of my life. Despite the baggage, Anderson was drawn to the man behind the headlines, describing him as a quiet, introspective man with deep emotions. Their secret wedding took place in 1988 at Reynolds' Jupiter, Florida ranch. The event was intimate and emotional. Guests recalled tears of joy and described the couple as a storybook pair. Yet for Reynolds, doubts had already started to creep in. Years later, he confessed, "It was a really dumb move on my part. I should have known better than to marry an actress." Money with wings, luxury, excess, and mounting tensions. Financial incompatibility soon surfaced. In his 2015 memoir, But Enough About Me, Reynolds claimed Anderson's spending habits spiraled out of control. She maxed out a $45,000 platinum Amex in 30 minutes. She said, "I have to dress like a star." Anderson, in turn, accused Reynolds of reckless financial decisions. In the 2023 documentary, "I Am Burt Reynolds," she stated, "If he made $100, he spent $100. A failed investment in a restaurant chain cost Reynolds $13 million, forcing him to sign over his film and TV residuals just to recover. Family man, woman, boy, a family that couldn't heal the marriage. In 1989, the couple adopted a 14-month-old boy, Quinton, Reynolds' only child. Fatherhood seemed to touch a deep emotional core in both of them. Reynolds said, "I never knew I could fall in love with anyone the way I have fallen in love with Quinton." Anderson added, "I fall in love with you all over again when I see you with him." But even the joys of parenthood couldn't salvage the relationship. Broken heart, the shocking divorce and allegations. In 1993, Anderson was blindsided by divorce papers, just hours after Reynolds had allegedly told her, "You know I love you forever." She later said there had been no indication of trouble. Reynolds offered a different story, saying the marriage was irretrievably broken. He accused Anderson of infidelity, which she denied, though he eventually admitted to a 2-year affair of his own. "I was so unhappy," Reynolds told the Inquirer. "I caught her cheating and called it off." Anderson maintained, "I never looked at another man." Warning: domestic abuse allegations surface. In 1995, Anderson broke her silence. She alleged that Reynolds had physically abused her during the marriage and once handed her a loaded gun, saying, "Go ahead and shoot yourself. Do us all a favor." "I was terrified," she told SF Gate. "Burt always said no one would believe me because the world loved him." Reynolds' team declined to respond, stating only, "He wishes her the very best." Candle, the end of an era. Reynolds passed away in 2018 at the age of 82. Anderson followed on August 3, 2025. Though their marriage ended decades ago, its legacy still resonates as a cautionary tale of fame, ego, and emotional pain behind closed doors. Performing arts, the legacy. Despite the tabloid headlines and public fallout, their story is more than just a Hollywood scandal. It reflects a deeper truth, that love, even in its most glamorous form, is vulnerable to fear, insecurity, and power imbalance. As Reynolds once admitted, "The hardest lesson I ever learned is that the person you love can be the worst person to spend the rest of your life with."